Good morning. My name is Mohammed Jinadu, as you always know. This is Voice TV Nigeria, and today we'll be doing something different. We will not be discussing politics, rather, we're discussing health. And we realize that it's a pandemic season, and a lot of different kind of health discuss is going on. We'll be hammering on something very, very close to us, but we shy away from talking about it. It's about female health discuss. And I will not be doing justice to it. I have two wonderful guests with me. On my left is Mrs. Fumi Esther Olorumola, and on my right is Mr. Edwin Ohazurike. These two wonderful people are from CPI. CPI is an initiative that handles projects that touches lives. I will allow both of them to walk us through because I learned something backstage that never occurred to me that we should discuss. Yes, on religious front, we think we should shy away from it, but it is here living with us because we have daughters, we have mothers, we have sisters, we have aunties. So, Mrs. Fumi Olorumola, please tell us what CPI is and what your project, Party Girl Today, is about.
Thank you very much for having me here. CIPA is Citizen Participation Advancement and Awareness Initiative. Under it, we have Pad a Girl Today project. Under Pad a Girl project, we are talking about menstruation. Menstruation that a lot of people want to shy away from. Menstruation that is killing our girls, that is giving our girls infection. You ask me why menstruation this time. You will see that a lot of girls, especially in Nigeria, let me come down to Nigeria, 1 out of 10, like they said in Africa, African region, 1 out of 10 misses school because of menstruation. Menstruation is supposed to be a natural process that is helping women to bring forth children. But we find out that in our society, nobody wants to talk about it, and it's affecting women and girls physically and health-wise. Also, we in CPI, we distribute pads, sanitary pad to girls, especially in rural areas. When you get to the rural areas, you see that girls, not because they don't want to go to school, but there is no way for them to manage their menstruation. Secondly, you see that most of the schools, there are no toilets, no sanitation, no facilities for this, for menstruation. So a lot of these girls will just stay at home, and at the end of the day, they drop out of school. Imagine a girl for a month, she will not go to school 5 to 6 days. Second one, and in a time you have 3 months. So for like 15 days, she's not going to school. At the end of the day, you see her not going to school. So we decided that, okay, this girl should not stop going to school anymore. This girl should go to school when they are on their menstruation, and that this girl should participate in social life. We should not because women and girls should not be limited because of their menstruation. That is why we are coming in. So we go to rural areas to meet with these girls, these women, let them know about menstruation and how to manage it. Not only that, we include men, because without men, we know that women cannot move forward. They are our supporters. So if men are engaged too, these girls will not stop going to school. Thank you.
Mr. Edwin.
Thank you.
Actually, I heard they called you a moniker. They say you're the menstrual man. Pad man. Now here it is, Mr. Edwin. Pad a Girl Today project. Why Pad a Girl Today project? And from a man perspective, why did you came to this?
Okay, when you put yourself in my position and wear my shoes and
No, your shoes too big. I don't want to be a pad.
they actually call me the menstruating man.
Okay.
Literally, not
Okay.
that I'm menstruating,
All right, sir.
or because of the passion in the field. You see, when you hear her story, where she's coming from, you will understand with me that there is a lot of work that we still need to do in the community that we've not done. and every night it burns. It burns deep in our heart. When you hear of girls, young girls using cow dung
For what?
as pad, they grind it, put it in a wrapper, so
I'm
that
here for
it
the
can
first time.
absorb their blood.
I don't get it.
So,
Cow dung.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here for the first time.
Okay, that is what is happening.
that is what, and a lot more infections. You see young girls having infection because of lack of management,
Infection.
menstrual health management
Mm.
that they don't have. See, these are things that drives you and makes you go insane to say, man, we need to go into the communities and do more work.
Mm.
There's a lot of work in the communities. There's a lot of things to be done. That's why they're calling me Pad Man.
So thank you. The thing is this, sir. We will not shy away from the culture of Africa.
Mm.
Once you're menstruating, it's as if temporarily you're exercised from the
Mm.
society.
Mm.
There's a religious angle to it, which is deeper than what we talk
What you
about.
can-
I know you would have had some challenges as if resistance,
Mm.
because people will think you're bringing in something new, which is not something new. Just about cleanliness is next to godliness.
It's very-
How have you managed this gray area, these walls? Have you been able to penetrate without having issues and get the message across, Miss Oluwafumi?
Like I always said, I will always use my experience to answer your question. When I was growing up, nobody told me about messes. Nobody explained to me that one day, girl, blood will come out of your vagina. But a day came that I saw blood. I saw blood, I was afraid because nobody talked about it. Do you know what I did? I just went and picked paper on the floor and I started cleaning. The blood refused to come because I don't have
No knowledge.
education, no knowledge about it. At the end of the day, I was able to tell my mother. My mother said, "Hey, that's okay. Congratulations, you're a woman." After that, no
No,
education. Then I found out that when I was growing up too, my father would tell me, "Hey, when you're menstruating, don't go to." They don't even call the name. You know, maybe they are shy
Out of shame,
or
or they
I
don't know how to
the
put
way
it.
they look
When
at
you're
it,
seeing
the
a
way
woman thing.
yes, our society look at it that is dirty. There is stigmatization, there is taboo about it. That okay, hey, when you are seeing your thing, don't come here. That's where I grew up, and I found out that a lot of people will not want to talk about it, and girls are dying. Imagine the day I picked the paper. I don't know what it was, a dirty paper because I was afraid. Like we met with a girl, she said the day she saw it in class 3, that she was afraid. She felt she wants to die. And you
Trauma.
find out that in church, there's some churches that you don't go into because you are menstruating. There's some things you cannot do. Somebody will tell me I cannot do sports because I'm menstruating. Pastor will tell me I cannot sit down in the church. They don't need to tell you it's a no surrounding menstruation. So we'll be like, okay, there's no way you get into a community you want to go and do sensitization on menstruation. You need to go, first of all, see the gatekeeper. And the gatekeeper can be the pastor, can be the imam. We know that we tell them we are not coming to change, they know. But there's some things you should know. It's when they know. When they know that when women are in their messes, there's things they go through. When they know that that's messes, like tell them on field, ba lada, ba yara.
Yeah.
So if a woman does not have, it's not menstruating, there is no way she will conceive. So with this, we've been able to, like some of them will say, okay, like we said now, a girl, can you imagine your daughter using cow dung? They will tell you, they didn't tell me. I don't know. So because they don't know, somebody have to tell them so that they know that menstruation is important. Menstruation is what you should talk about.
Mr. Edwin, I think I want you to speak like a father, a man who has seen some things on the field. Don't you think fathers should start talking to their daughters? Because here it is, you have to protect them, you have to provision them. And once you don't discuss these things, they find answers outside. And sometimes misinformation can lead us to something terrible. What do you advise?
Of course, in our plan, in all our intervention plans, it is inclusive. It's an inclusive approach that we are following, meaning that is a total system approach. We don't leave anyone behind. We carry everybody
So the
along.
men are part of the project.
The men, even the boys, not just the men, the
To
boys.
understand, yes.
Because in the field, one of the boys was like, "Oh, I didn't even know my sister menstruates. I didn't know my sister is menstruating." You understand? I thought it's only the women that is menstruating. So we carry everybody. The message is tailored in a way that everybody, both the women, the men, the grandmother, everybody is carried along so that they can bring up the child, girl child, perfectly. We are
Build their
targeting
confidence and know that
building
it's
their
not
confidence.
a curse.
When the mother is not there, what happens to the father? And most girls are close to the father than the mother.
Usually.
You understand? So this we are trying to make a powerful a platform where every girl child can grow up, whether it is the mother that is bringing her up, whether it's the brother that is always there.
They will
They can
understand
always
these
have
changes.
somebody to talk to them. You understand? Things that misconceptions like a girl, a guy outside telling a girl that your menstrual cramp is caused by because you have not been having sex. Come, I will sleep with you for like 5 times in a
Then
week,
that
and
how
then the menstruation
will
cramp
disappear.
will go
That's an
disappear.
ulterior motive.
Yeah, so we need to even tell the boys, the guys outside there that no, this is wrong. You understand? We need to give them the clear message that this is wrong. We are giving these girls wrong messages. What if she's your sister?
Now, sir, mom, our school curriculum, don't you think it's high time from the primary 3, where, like you rightly said earlier, that primary 3 classes are usually the time people start seeing this. Now, don't you think the schools on the formative stages in our life and sex education, we can't run away from all of these things? What do you think?
Even
school
before
education
the
board?
school, before going to school, the child comes from a home.
Yes.
Menstruation education should start. Of course, there's no way you talk about menstruation, you will not talk about about sex. I can't say it. One even invited me to go and talk to the children
On her behalf.
on our behalf.
That's
So
strange.
first thing we need to do first, home. Let the father, let the mother be aware so that they can talk about it. It's what you know that you can talk about before now going to school. Now we let our government know that the curriculum, we should have sex education. Under sex education, you have menstruation.
Menstrual
Let's
hygiene.
talk about not only curriculum now. The teachers should know. Of course, the teacher is one of the mother, one of the father around. They should be trained
Patience
on
to understand when
to
someone-
understand that if a girl, because you see, I've met a girl that said it was the teacher, a male teacher, that saw that she was, stained, and the way the teacher told her, she left school. For like 2 weeks, she did not come to school because she was ashamed the way the teacher spoke to her. So if a teacher, everybody in school, not only the teacher, not teaching staff, everybody should know, embrace menstrual hygiene
Like, it's
management.
not a curse, it's not a disease.
It's not a curse,
just
it's a gift.
process.
It's a process. To be able to tell her, excuse me. And in school, apart from the curriculum, there should be part bank where if a girl knows that she is safe, that her environment is safe for her, and her environment is decent for her to change. Because some of these schools, you get to some of these schools, though they have borehole, but the borehole is not connected to their toilet. They don't have a changing room. They have a common toilet. So there should be a special one for girls. So then they'll be free. A changing room, then a pad bank.
Because of susceptibility to infection.
Yes, and anytime the period can come, if a child knows about menstrual hygiene management, she will know our menstrual cycle. You understand? So that's why it should be part of the curriculum, and other things, facilities, water, sanitation, should be available in school. Because when you get to most of these rural areas we go to, you see that they don't even have, if they have water, it's not clean. They go to the stream to wash their
the same pad
materials.
used with blood.
Not even the material. Some of them don't use pad because they cannot afford it. That is why we are having problem.
And usually the same stream people drink from.
They drink from it. So can you imagine, apart from the infection going down there, the disease going round, then those people that are able, that can afford to buy pad, they don't have
The
disposal,
education. Proper.
training. So you just see some people will just drop it. Imagine something you drop openly. A lot of things will go wrong.
Environmental.
So we really beg our government that schools should be made friendly for girls.
Now, Mr. Edwin, I think why I keep coming to you with the guys' messages is because you're a man. You've seen firsthand how these girl child children react and respond. Um, Language is key. From what she said, that sometimes parents don't know how to bring up their children with proper language.
Mm,
Now, how advise parents, teachers, how to bring up the boy child so as to reduce stigmatization, so as to understand how to assist
mm,
another girl, because it doesn't have to be your sister proper.
mm.
Yes.
Every girl child is your sister somewhere.
Yes.
So what do you think? The
I
message?
think the boy child too should be sat down and taught about the issues of sex menstruation so that he can understand these things much as the sister understand. Even though that most parents from our experience in the field, most parents don't even tell the girl child, they don't teach the girl child this even pre-preparation for the girl receiving the having the menstruation, they don't teach them these things. It is those they got this information from wrong sources.
Mm.
So I think a lot of work still need to be done in this part, but parents should be able to tell their boys, sit them down. This you have a sister. This is what your sister is going through. This the life pattern of a girl. This is what it feels like, so that they also understand with when they are growing up that menstruation is not a dated thing. It is a living thing. All of us are product of menstruation.
Mm.
Am I? Are you not a product of menstruation?
I'm just hearing for the first time.
You
You're hearing
are.
for the first time. If your mother didn't menstruate, you wouldn't be here, brother. So the guys, the boys should be meant to understand this fact, and also to talk about the government should do something about education in the sustainable development goals.
Yes.
Equality to education is one of the goals, as in quality education is one of the that's goal 4.
Mm.
The government should understand that for us to achieve the SDGs, we need to start talking about menstruation because they connect a lot.
Mm.
Like I said, it's under sex education, which is because the truth is, we have a lot of teenage childbirthing.
Mm.
The rate is alarming.
Not just on the sex education part, even the quality education. A girl will not have a quality education if she's
She
not
drop
taught,
out of school.
properly brought
Mm.
up in school.
Mm.
If she's missing classes, will you say a girl is having a quality education?
Because of that
So
psychological.
we can not just that when you are seeing your menstruation and you have this stigma already attached to you that if I go to school, I will start. People will notice I'll be smelling. All these things. I will have to stay at home to make sure that we take this message home.
Mm.
That let's stop.
And Nigeria is still far behind. We're
Mm.
still dragging. My worry is this: you mentioned 4 5 days, 4 5 days, and it keeps staring me in the face. What if it's like a WIAC period?
Mhm.
Ordinarily, schools don't like repeating tests.
Of course.
Continuous assessment, they don't like it.
Mm.
How can a child who misses 5 days get back her exams? The thing is this: I think the advocacy is laudable. You really need to. I don't know how you can push for this because, like you rightly mentioned, children have lost good calendar days
Mm.
because of menstrual problems and all that is connected to it. This is what it is. Nigerians will keep talking about it. These people have started the project with passion and they're pursuing it. Wherever it is you are, we have children and we think we need support. They need support because if you think you won't talk about it, it will affect your child somewhere someday. And party girl child today is not just about party girl child, it's about both the boys
Mm.
and the girl. We're just saying support one another. Miss Olufumi will be here one day. Miss Fumi Esther will be here again, and Mr. Edwin will be here again to come and speak to us more on this because it is a project that is close to our heart. It's staring us in the face. We need to talk about it. We need to listen to it. We need to be enlightened.
Mm.
And these are experts. They've been doing it, and we want you to support them. You mentioned you have a project coming up. Where is that?
We have a project coming, an activity
Okay.
coming on Saturday and Sunday. in Suleja, that is in Niger State.
Okay.
The Saturday we are going to engagement
Okay.
on menstrual hygiene management, because I was surprised. I met with a pastor. He told me, I don't even talk about it at home. I said, okay, that's a good way. So please, sir.
So he leaves the job to the wife. The mother,
wife,
if she doesn't,
that
what
it
if
does
she
not-
forgets? What
it
happens?
Can you imagine the wife not getting money? What happened to these girls? They will go and get an alternative. An alternative that can give them infection. So I said, okay, on Saturday we are meeting with the men. Then on Sunday will be the proper sensitization for women in that community. It's Peregbeji Kwamba Suleja, close to BJY. So we invite everyone to come, not only, even if you cannot come, like we said, just a pad will put a smile on a girl. So let's start thinking, supporting a girl. You can call us.
That's what I'm asking. I think we will need that because
Yeah.
we will think, one, this part, that's the last question I wanted to ask. I once heard that not all pads are good, which means you have what it takes to explain to parents what kinds of pad they should afford for their kids. Because I've heard about some pads actually even being the reason for infections. So the men will come and get educated, so they shouldn't run. Be an imam, be anybody, just come sit down. Now, the thing is this, it's not clashing, like I'm going to reiterate, it's not clashing with the religion. It's just saying, understand the process. Help your daughter grow well. Because if you don't, what you're running from today will be a disaster tomorrow. You don't stop today, becomes a cancer tomorrow. And we will not want our girls to not be educated because of stigmatization. Mr. Edwin, what are you saying again as regards your program?
Okay, the program is going. I'm excited already about the program because anytime we have an outreach, it's the moment you see these smiles on these girls' faces and it's wonderful. You need to come there. You need to see this because these smiles, you don't need to explain it to anybody. You just need to feel it yourself. And when you pat a girl, you get this smile. The reward you get because when they give you this smile, you know that this is one in a million.
They are grateful,
and they pray for you.
So we will need a number.
Okay.
Because we believe people watching us would want to contribute. Like they said, a pad is good enough. And if you think you want to support them beyond just that, you can reach them. We will put a number up and we will love you to probably call the number out instead.
Okay, my number is 080 359 55902.
Mama, call it slowly.
080 359 55902.
One more time, ma'am.
00
Yes, ma'am.
359
Yes, ma'am.
55
yes, ma'am.
902.
902. Her number is 080 35 955 902. Please support these people and let's keep our children in school. Sir, your own number.
Okay. 080.
Yes, sir.
63.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes, sir.
89.
Yes, sir.
76.
76. Again, sir.
080.
Yes, sir.
63.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes, sir.
89.
Yes, sir.
76.
One more time.
080.
Yes, sir.
63.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes, sir.
89.
Yes, sir.
76.
That's from the Padman. Now we're going to say thank you for being with us. We will keep talking about this and we believe you will be there to support this project. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having us.